In today's video, I'm going over Nintendo's newest console, the Nintendo Switch, and I'm answering the question, is it really the ultimate on-the-go gaming console? Hey guys, this is Eric of Immersive Tech TV, and on this channel I review awesome tech, gadgets, apps, and accessories. So if you are new here today, definitely subscribe to catch future videos just like this one. Also, at any point, feel free to check out the description box below. I'll include a recap of all the points I covered in today's video, as well as another video I made with 7 essential accessories for your Nintendo Switch. So whenever Nintendo releases a new console, they always strive to try for something new. And when it comes to the Switch, it's no different. Their focus here was really to create one single device that could function as both a handheld and a home console with seamless transition in between the two, so you could take your games from at home to on the go easily. And when it comes to the Switch, I think they really delivered. So first I want to go over what you actually get inside the box. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so I've now unboxed the Nintendo Switch and I'm going to go briefly over all the contents you get inside the box before I jump into the review. So first off, you do get the actual Nintendo Switch console itself. This is the body of the console, also where the screen is held. Also in the back you do have the kickstand, which allows you to play in tabletop mode if you so choose. Overall, it has a pretty nice feeling in hand, not as large as you might think, and it feels like a really solid material. Next up, we have the Nintendo Switch dock, and this allows you to plug your console into your TV. Simply slide the Switch into the dock itself and you'll be able to stream your games right to your home TV. There are also 2 detachable Joy-Con controllers, a left one and a right one. These can either slide into the actual Switch itself on its sides, or they can also be attached to the Joy-Con grip for a more traditional controller feel. Speaking of that, you also do get the included Joy-Con grip, and you just slide in the 2 Joy-Con controllers onto the side, and that allows you for a more traditional gaming experience. And you do also get 2 Joy-Con straps, and these can attach to the Joy-Con controller sides, which allow you to turn them into 2 individual controllers for when you want to play multiplayer games with friends. Lastly, you do get the HDMI cable to connect your console to your TV through the dock, and of course, you do get the Nintendo Switch AC adapter with the USB Type-C power cable, and I will say that was a nice add by Nintendo. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go over a couple awesome features about the Nintendo Switch. First off, I want to go over the 3 modes you can play in: handheld, tabletop, and console mode. The handheld mode is probably the most commonly intended use for the Switch. Simply sliding your Joy-Con controllers into the side, you'll hear a click. That's how you know they're in. So this is what the handheld version looks like. In terms of the size, I have to say it's pretty close to a PlayStation Vita if you've ever played one of those. Now let's say you're playing on your couch one day in handheld mode, or you're coming back home and you want to switch over to your TV. The great thing is you don't have to pause the game. To switch modes, simply detach the Joy-Con controllers. All you have to do is click the little button in the back, and they'll slide right out. Next, you just have to slide in the Switch into the dock itself, and it will seamlessly transition right over to your TV. You don't even have to pause the game. And again, once you're in this mode, you either have the option to play with the 2 Joy-Cons in 2 hands, or you can slide them into the Joy-Con grip for a more traditional controller feel. The last mode is the tabletop mode. This is where you pop the kickstand open in the back and detach the Joy-Cons from the handheld Switch itself. Now this does provide you semi-portable gaming. It really is ideal for multiplayer gaming when you don't have a TV available. Now let's talk about the actual Joy-Con controllers themselves. With these controllers being completely detachable, it really does give you a lot of options. You can use one set as one individual controller with the handheld mode, or you can split them into 2 and they instantly become 2 separate controllers for multiplayer gaming. It really is a nice option to have if you want a friend to join you for multiplayer. Now the only issue I have with the Joy-Con controller design is that the left Joy-Con D-pad deviated from their traditional D-pad design into 4 buttons, which essentially act as face buttons when the Joy-Con is used as an individual controller. Now there are 2 solutions for this. You can either use the included Joy-Con grip for a more traditional gaming experience, or you can purchase the Pro controller as well. Now let's talk about graphics when it comes to the Nintendo Switch. If you're playing in console mode off of your TV, you can play games in full 1080p HD. Now, if you're playing in handheld mode or tabletop mode, it does lower to 720p because you're playing right off the screen. And while it is slightly disappointing that Nintendo doesn't have the 1080p offered in handheld mode, I could see why they did it. It's to save on battery when you're playing in handheld mode. And although 720p isn't offered in handheld mode, the screen is still very bright, the colors are vibrant. Now let's take a second to talk about the battery life on the actual Switch itself. Firstly, if you're playing in console mode right off your TV, you never have to worry about the battery because it's plugged in via the AC adapter, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you are playing in handheld mode or tabletop mode, the Switch does have a battery life rated between 2.5 to 6 hours depending on the game you're playing. A couple of tips I have to prolong the battery life if you're playing in handheld mode are to dim the screen brightness and turn on airplane mode when you can. Still, even those adjustments will only give you limited prolongment of your Switch's battery life. And while the battery life is fine for shorter commutes, for longer trips, I highly recommend getting a USB Type-C portable charger for your Switch. I picked up this one from RAVPower. I found that it's given me about 6 to 8 extra hours of gameplay depending on the game. The reason I like this one is it's crucial that you pick up a USB Type-C portable charger because that integrates with the USB Type-C charging port on the Switch. This allows you to charge your Switch even while it's being played. So if you'd like to learn more about this charger, I did more in-depth talk on it in my 7 essential accessories for the Switch video, so I'll put that at the info card and in the description as well. Now in terms of the online multiplayer experience on the Switch, they do have a limited online multiplayer experience right now with some compatible games since its launch date. However, this fall of 2017, they are going to have the fully expanded online service where you can voice chat with friends and get together groups with friends as well. So that'll be coming this fall. And while the online experience has never been one of Nintendo's strong points, from what I've read and from what I've heard, it's supposed to be vastly improved this fall when their new service comes out. And just like the Wii U before it, the Nintendo Switch does feature an online eShop where you can download games, apps, and other virtual content. But again, if you do plan to do that, I highly recommend picking up a micro SD card because again, the Switch only has 32 gigabytes of internal storage and already some downloadable games are beyond that capacity. So overall, I feel the Switch delivers on its promise of being an awesome hybrid console. It has a premium handheld feeling and it can easily transition to a home console playing on your TV even mid-game. Now is it perfect? No. As with anything trying to be a jack of all trades, it usually means you're a master of none. So while there are better home consoles out there and there are better handheld devices out there, I feel like the Switch is the best hybrid combining both into one device. And since that was Nintendo's mission with the Switch, I feel they nailed it. So let me know what you guys think about the Nintendo Switch. Have you played the Switch or are you planning to get one in the future? Let me know in the comments below. And again, if you'd like to learn more about the Nintendo Switch, I've linked down below where you can find them, as well as my other video on 7 essential accessories for the Nintendo Switch. So thanks guys for checking out today's video on the Nintendo Switch. Definitely subscribe to catch new weekly videos on more awesome tech, gadgets, apps, and accessories. And if you haven't already downloaded the Immersive Tech TV Tech Gadget Buyer's Guide, it's a free and comprehensive guide I made with all kinds of cool tech gadgets for every need and for every budget. So if you're interested in that, you could check that out right here. I'll also link it down below. And lastly guys, if you have any questions about the Nintendo Switch, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you guys in the next video.